Glam rock was big in the 1970s, and at the forefront were such artists as Ziggy Stardust, Elton John, Slade and Gary Glitter. These vibrant and larger-than-life characters added much-needed sunshine to dull Britain. Ziggy Stardust is one of the most iconic artists of the 70s, as he introduced people to the thought of opening freely. He was no means everyone's cup of tea, but he did inspire millions with his music and style. Some of the most popular films in history were also released during the 1970s. The Godfather, which was released in 1972, Jaws 1975, The Godfather Part 2 1974, Star Wars 1977, and Saturday Night Fever 1977. During the mid-70s, the film Saturday Night Fever paved the way for disco, more so its iconic song Night Fever, which was sung by the Bee Gees. During the mid-1970s, the film Saturday Night Fever paved the way for disco, more so its iconic song Night Fever, which was sung by the Bee Gees. This has a massive impact on the music scene in America, where most nightclubs were thriving on the disco scenes. In the late 1970s, Studio 54 was the most well-known nightclub in the world and played a major role in the growth in disco music and the development of nightclub culture. The nightclub was also notorious for party drugs such as cocaine and poppers and sexual promiscuity. Other famous artists that came through this genre are ABBA, The Village People, Boney M, Donna Summer, just to name a few. Society had laid down all the foundations of punk rock. They had caused miners to strike 2 years in a row, and a direct result of this was blackouts, and that happened a lot, which effectively began what was known as a 3-day week. This was where commercial consumption was fitted with a cap of only 3 consecutive days of electricity. This began on the 31st of December, but eventually came to an end when miners ended striking in 1974. People felt like they needed a way to rebel, a way to escape the pressures of society, and a way to express themselves freely and to take control of the way they wanted to be portrayed. With this came the birth of punk rock. People suddenly had role models like the Sex Pistols. These were people who wanted to repress the regime that had done them so wrong. They were the leaders of an entire army who wanted to stick it to the man. In 1977, the Queen celebrated her Silver Jubilee. The Sex Pistols took this as a prime opportunity to cause outrage and chaos. They sailed up and down the River Thames on a boat, performing God Save the Queen, passing the Houses of Parliament. This caused outrage, and as a direct result of this, the song was banned. This only caused the fans to respect them even more, and forever will go down as one of the most iconic moments of their career, and this is what made the band so legendary. Punk culture had a massive impact on society and finally allowed people to decide their own reality and adopt a DIY philosophy. Sadly, though, as with most music genres in that decade, it eventually died out and only ended up lasting 6 to 18 months.